What's going on, Reject Nation? It's Greg Alba here.
And it's John Humphrey over here.
So, John and I are continuing shooting after sweating from the gym, but we got no time to shower. Polaroid. Remember those things? There's a trailer out based off of Polaroids.
Yeah.
It's a horror movie.
It's a whole story about...
I take it they remember Polaroids? An old scary camera and something appears. And
I believe the tagline for this movie is, once you take it, it takes you. So, evil camera.
I don't know why I'm being negative about this. Let's just watch it with an open mind. Dong! Some noise. Nice horror movies do. Dong! There it is. Yep.
What is that?
It's
a camera.
Polaroid.
Are you ready?
She's purty. She gonna die.
Is anybody there?
Spy Kids!
What's that?
Camera.
Where'd you get it?
I work at this antique store. This is...
People not really know what a Polaroid is.
Group photo.
Yes. Smile.
What's she seeing? I don't see anything else that's different.
You work with Tyler Drew at the antique shop.
Yeah.
Tyler's dead.
What? I think you're all in danger. What are you talking about? You see that shadow? After Tyler died, the shadow moved to this photo. I think if the shadow moves to your photo, you die.
If it really freaks you out, we can get rid of the damn thing.
Don't.
Problem solved.
Kid has a lighter.
What the?
Whoa! Alright.
Sometimes to deal with tragedies, we make up urban legends.
Except this wasn't an urban legend. This was real.
Yeah, go to the old newspapers.
He's coming.
You did this. Look at the photo.
It's moving. Hello?
It's so dark.
Whoa. Well, all their interstitial stuff's cool. They're like... noises and title cards are cool.
John, I think there's plenty to not like about this trailer and some things to really like about this trailer.
Yeah, I mean, I know that this is from the people who did the Ring and the Grudge reboot, the producers of that.
Yeah.
I've been told, and I get, a vaguely, it's almost like a J-horror setup. Maybe I'm just thinking about Shudder, that J-horror movie about the evil camera. Yeah, I think you're kind of spot on there. Some of this looks like it
I think most
could be a real clunker.
I think a lot looks dumb, and some was pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the effect with, kind of like that voodoo effect of the Polaroid catching on fire, then her hand won't stop.
Yeah, that was cool.
And I like when they put it out and then the picture came
Grows
back.
back.
That was the coolest part of the whole trailer.
Yeah.
Everything else honestly looks really cliche.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah,
even
spooky pictures and the shadow travels. And...
Well, we were joking about like what it could be like when we heard it's called Polaroid in a horror film. Like, yup.
This is
an old camera.
This is exactly what I was expecting it to be.
Yeah.
And
teenagers in high school, and then, oh, you're ridiculous. No one believes in scary stuff. Halfway through, something spooky happened. Now they're starting to believe it. It seems
like a type of
very
movie.
cliche. It was like, I wanted more of that kind of stuff. All this stuff with, like, demons and grabbing her head. That was kind of silly, but then there's like little moments, like with the ghost sheet, like the ghost sheet being a ghost. That was a cool little effect that they had at one point.
Oh yeah. It like comes down and it conforms to a shape and it attacks that guy. Like that was neat.
The
Like
supernatural elements like that were cool.
Yeah. I think that's a good way to put it. Because even with the hands, even when that stuff is cheesy, that's still the kind of stuff that makes me go, well, I want to see it.
Really?
Like I want to see, not this movie specifically, but like in these trailers, those are the things that are usually redeeming. Where I'm like, oh, well, I wonder what your monster is, and I wonder how it's gonna connect.
Yeah.
I don't have I don't know. It's a camera, and it does this weird thing, and I don't know enough about it because I haven't seen the movie. But I'm like,
why are they acting like Polaroids are the oldest fucking things on the planet?
yeah, well, I don't know. I mean, like, that could have been a throwaway. Like, oh, what's that? Like, you know, people ask that about stuff that they know because they mean, like, oh, where'd you get it? I haven't seen one in a while. Like, I don't know if he's just unfamiliar with the concept overall, but...
Less than 10 years ago, we'd still be in high school.
These
kids
have...
are in high school. There still are Polaroids.
They make new ones now. They still make ones. You can go to Best Buy and buy one that will make you a Polaroid on the
Maybe
spot.
that's just a nitpicky little thing I have about the film.
No, I mean, yeah, it's... I don't know. Nothing looks...
It just seems gimmicky. Too gimmicky to me. The high school kids look incredibly cliche.
Yeah, they do.
They look...
And it's also like, I don't know, and this is a nitpick, but you know, when you have those characters where it's like, oh, you work in a weird place, like you work in an antique shop, and it's like, you don't look like you work in an antique shop, which anybody can work anywhere, but yeah, there's something weird about like, everything looks a little too polished. It's another one of those where it's like, I've seen these characters, and I've seen this kind of story, and everything looks really pretty.
There are elements that seem alright. It's the execution overall. Even like scary stuff that are supposed to be scary, the way the shots are all done, the tension stuff they're trying to build. It looks so generic, and it's kind of, I don't know, it's a little upsetting to me. The whole thing with the sheriff in town, you know, kids justify these things to deal with, like, the make-up urban legends, and then no, this is a real curse, and they have like the old newspapers that talk about these things. You know?
Yeah, it does seem to be checking off every
horror trope of
bullet
this kind
point
of movie.
Of this kind of movie.
Yeah.
And you know, once we're done watching this trailer, it just feels like another one of the endless stream of trailers.
Yeah,
you know, there's not a lot special to me about this, and I almost feel like this movie got a boost somewhere. Like this maybe wasn't gonna be as, you know, getting the rollout, you know, and now it got bumped up. Like 47 Meters Down, I think, was a similar kind of movie where, yeah, that was just supposed to go to VOD or you know, TV or something, but then The Shallows did really well, so it got the bump.
I mean, I'm happy to see Dimension films. We were talking about recently being like, have they done anything in a while?
Yeah.
Because I remember them doing the Scream and Spy Kids, and that's what I remember them doing. And so it's cool to see them doing a horror movie again.
Unless this trailer is hiding something that's not in the trailer. Because the other thing, too, I got the sense for was like, maybe there's not actually a whole lot of, you know, you see the hands and you see the ghost shape, but maybe there's actually not a whole lot of, like, supernatural stuff that shows up on screen a lot throughout this movie. So maybe it's going to be one of those where there are a couple money shots at best and the rest is kind of run-of-the-mill.
Yeah. And it kind of seems semi-rip-offy of Final Destination as well.
In what way?
You know, you take the picture and then, like, wherever the shadow goes...
Oh, like death is following you?
Like, yeah, the death is following you, specifically choosing who's going to be next. Like, giving you a heads up of who's going to die next.
Oh, okay.
Based off the math of whatever death is presenting.
Okay.
Not too much. I don't know. It looks like crap to me.
I'm trying to find positive things to say, but
I know a positive. This is better than anything we've ever shot.
Maybe.
I mean, we wouldn't know how. I mean, we've never shot anything on this caliber, short film wise. We've never made a feature film. So hey, kudos to you guys for at least putting something together. And another positive, we don't know for sure. It's just a trailer. Granted, 98.5% of the time we're correct.
Somebody in the comments says that this looks like Final Destination plus Say Cheese and Die. You know,
Goosebumps plus Ouija.
Yeah, with a little bit of the first Ouija. Somebody else said Riverdale season 2. I can see all of these things.
Yeah.
You know, it's like
completely original concept. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Polaroid.
I hope
Oldest type. You know what would have been cooler? The Civil War photo things.
yeah. Daguerreotype.
Yeah.
Silver plates and
That's
yeah.
an antique camera right there.
What is that? No, seriously, what is that?
Yeah, when these kids are like, what is this? Like, so many kids are saying this in the trailer. What is this? I'm like, it's a freaking Polaroid. How can you not recognize this?
For a second there, it's kind of cool to think like, oh, there's a spooky movie just called Polaroid, and it's so ubiquitous. But I feel like if you're gonna do that, you gotta really distinctify yourself.
Yeah.
Cause and somebody pointed out the first Ouija too, and yeah, I get that vibe.
Well, guys, are you excited to see Polaroid? Do you hate us for not liking the trailer? How do you feel? Or do you think we're being too harsh for not having seen the movie yet? Or do you think we're probably right? Subscribe anyway! Click that like button. I hear that does things for YouTube channels. Share this video.
Sometimes.
I also hear that does things. Click that notification bell. So many requirements on your end
All
for
of them.
your free viewing experience.
Hell yeah.
John
John.
Dat John Humphrey
Dat John.
on Twitter and Instagram, social media manager of Dimension Films. Blumhouse.com. Go check out. That's why we're bagging on this, because they're a competing horror company.
I want them all to do well. Good horror is good horror.
I don't believe in that method. That if they do well, we do well. When Kevin Feige's like, if DC does well, that just helps us do well overall. Don't believe that.
Don't believe.
I believe they got to go down the shitter dimension. So
Competition.
Blumhouse can do better.
Yeah, monopolies are where it's at. You know, only one person doing everything.
But hey, Polaroid guys, if you invite us to a free screening, we'll totally give it a lot of praise. We'll give it a lot of praise. It's how YouTubers do it, right? We won't stick to our guns. We'll just totally kiss your ass. Patreon. It's pointless. You get no benefits if you go over there. Reverse psychology.
Yeah. In fact, don't check it out.
Don't check it out.
You don't want to see what's over there.
You don't. It's.
I don't think you can handle what's over there.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Hold on. Satan's knocking.
You see my new trailer? Give those guys my camera. They wanted to borrow it. Satan. This is my Satan voice. This is what Satan sounds like to me. Satan's actually a conscientious guy.